Good morning, beautiful center. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley. I'm Carla Schrodes, your staff minister. And it's a new month. It's a brand new baby day. And the reason we love November is because it spotlights gratitude and thanksgiving. And as we all know, gratitude vibrates at such a high frequency that when we're feeling it and when we're in it, we are shifted, we're gifted, and we're lifted. Aren't we blessed? If you're here for the very first time this morning, we would like to welcome you. We are a community that is just love. That's who we are. We are love. And if you're here for the first time, we want you to know that you are safe, and you are accepted, and you are in the right place this morning. We're going to get started with our morning ritual, lighting the flames of faith. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religion, thought, and experience, which we honor here today. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as our practitioner this morning, Rick Dell, lights the last candle, let it represent the path that brought you here this morning. We'll be taking 2 minutes together in sacred silence.
Good morning. Let's go within. And there is that forever open door to God. God is here and now and there and then, out there and in here, infinite and eternal, and has made this entire universe and each one of us in its image and likeness. And so what I know is that infiniteness is our greatest gift. We need not accumulate because the infinite is offering everything right here and right now. We do not need to hold on to because the infinite is infinite sharing. And everything we share comes back to us. We need not covet, because how can you covet that which has no limit? It is all ours for the taking and for the giving. And that is why we are here today, to see that perfect vision that is God and to be that perfect being that is God. To be good to each other and to ourselves. To know that the abundance of the universe, the abundance beyond all understanding, is there for us. I give thanks for this. What a gift. And with a thankful heart, I place these words into that law of infinite good that always and forever says yes, oh yes. And we say together, and so it is. And now, our global vision. We see a world that works for all, where people live according to spiritual truth, where unity and connection is emphasized, and where people have enough food, homes, and a sense of belonging, and where there is peace, harmony, and justice for all. Now today's affirmation, say it like you believe it. The abundance of life flows in and around me, and so it is.
Thank you so much. Well, we're talking about abundance. Let's talk about Allendale. We are the most abundant center. Aren't we gifted? Let's give him a warm welcome.
So in this month, the topic is abundance, which, means so many things, including dance. So this is a song about abundance, and it's calling for you to get up and dance. So stand up, dance, sit down and dance, but this is a dance song. Here we go.
Forever. Hey, let's give him another hand while I figure out what to do with this mic. Woohoo! All right, that was wonderful. Thank you. That was so wonderful. We are so abundant in our music program. There's the musicians, the soloists, our music minister. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Alice Reed, and I'm so happy to be with you here this morning. I want to start with thank you and gratitude because so many of you have stepped up. You have filled out your committed giving cards. I have put your picture up on a star in the universe of our community here. And so I want to thank you all for your generosity and your contributions. And I want to let you know that if you haven't completed a committed giving card, there's still time. We'd be happy to receive your commitment. We're asking everybody to recommit this year. Next year, our budget situation is changing a little bit. We've had a bequest that's going to be cut in half, and so we'd like to know what your commitment is for 2025. It'll help Rick out a lot. That's Rick Terrazano, our treasurer, not necessarily Rick Dale. Thank you. And as I have been saying all month, in the month of October, that if you give us a little more bread, I'll bake you bread. And so I'm asking if anyone who wants to commit 15% more than what they've given in past years, I'll bake you a loaf of bread. So thank you again for your generosity. And our thermometer went way up last week, so I'm very grateful for that. Every month we start with a new theme. And so as Reverend Karen shared with you, this month's theme is abundance. I don't have the hair for a bun, so I didn't wear a bun, and I wasn't going to dance for you. And no, we're not talking about dancing baked goods. Although my sister suggested we make croissant costumes and show up. I'm like, you could do that. I don't think I will. And of course, I was a little slow to the party when we started looking at the themes all year. I'm like, abundance. I wonder what that's going to be about. And of course, if you squish those three words together, it spells abundance. And so we're going to be looking at abundance all month. The Science of Mind magazine daily guides, Dr. Jim Lockard wrote the guides. You can get it online. Our delivery is late again, but you can get a digital copy. And he's writing about abundance all month. And the first 3 days were doozies. They were really great. The other thing and of course today our topic is life is sweet, let it rise. And so our typical greeting on a Sunday morning, grand rising. And so that is what we've been saying all year, grand rising. And that has so many levels of meaning for us, looking at 2024 being the year where we really step up and rise. The other thing we got a lot going on today. The other thing that's really wonderful is this is our homecoming Sunday. And so we have some folks we haven't seen for a little bit. We're grateful you've joined us this morning. And we're also, on our homecoming Sunday, we honor our legacy members. Those are the members that have been members of our community for 25 years or more, a member of this community, Capistrano Valley. And so we have a lovely plaque that we keep on the wall. And it says, thank you for being part of our legacy that I'm going to start over. Thank you for being part of our legacy that not only defines us, but also deepens our sense of belonging. And so as I call your name, existing legacy members, I'm going to ask you to stand. Reverend Karen Allen. And let's hold our applause till everybody stands up. I know you all like to clap. Carissa Allen. And Mary Brogdon. Gina Caruso. Reverend Judy Chapman. June Dixon. Joan Evans-Fay. Bruce Friedenberg. Patrick Freeman. Joanne Grisafi. Barbara Klein-Roebuck. Ken Roebuck, Winifred Libby, Estelle Perraud, Reverend Arpad Petros, Tony Sparks, Lisa Spinelli, Lee Van Slyke, Sandy Weaver, and Clark Wilson. Yay. And just remain standing for a moment because we have 2 new members of our legacy to put on this beautiful legacy plaque. And those names that will be added to this plaque are Grant and Rita McPhail. If you'll stand. And then finally, I want to ask anybody who has been an active member of Centers for Spiritual Living for 25 years or more, you stand as well, please. So thank you so much for your commitment to our community, to your commitment to this philosophy. Let's give everyone a hand. And now you can be seated. Thank you. Leaving a legacy is really one way that we can rise as a community, to be that place where the community welcomes new people who are interested in learning about this philosophy, or where we can support each other in continuing to live the practices and principles of the philosophy we teach. So life is indeed sweet. It's made sweeter through spiritual community. And sometimes we forget that, don't we? Sometimes we forget that life is sweet. Sometimes we get caught up in what's going on or distracted. As Rick Dale, I've heard him say, the material world can be pretty persuasive. The material world can be pretty persuasive. And so our work in this philosophy is to continue to rise up, to continue to see the bigger picture, to have this experience of abundance. It requires that we work at it. It requires that we tend to our mind and our hearts and the way we behave in the world. And yet, sometimes we forget. I actually had an experience of forgetting just yesterday where I will tell you, during this entire election process, I feel like I've been able to keep a pretty even keel. I've been respecting others' choices and the way they see their values showing up in the world. I've entered in some dialogue with people just from a curiosity place, and they've been pretty successful. And yesterday I went ahead and I voted early. I went to the polls. It's been a while since I've stood in a booth. I usually mail my ballot in, but this year I decided I would go ahead and stand in a booth and do my voting then. And there was nobody there. And so I thought, good citizen Alice, I'll tell my larger community, my neighborhood and neighbors in San Juan Capistrano, hey, there's no line. The polls are open. And so I posted that on our local social media site, and then people started posting how other people should vote. And I've tried to say, well, that's not really why I posted this. I didn't post this so that we could, promote our own personal, values. It was really kind of a public service announcement. And I got a little spun up about it. I really did. And what I ended up doing was deleting my post and backing away from it and then stewing on it. I stewed, and I thought about it, and then I thought about it some more, and then I told somebody about it, and then I had other stressors that were going on in my day, and it was like a chain reaction. And I began to not feel good inside, and it took picking up my beautiful sister from the airport and processing it a little bit with her for me to really let go of it and come to a different place. And I share that story and that experience with you because I had an experience of abundance. It was an abundance of worry. It was an abundance of stress. It was an abundance of not feeling good at all. It was an abundance of feeling kind of icky about not being able to connect with other people. we as religious scientists and practitioners of this philosophy, we definitely have to pay attention to and cultivate the thoughts and the ideas, the things that come forward for us. Because what we nurture, what we cultivate, what we continue to think about, the stories that we tell, the things that we say to each other, those are the things that are going to show up in our life. And if you're a practitioner like me, you get a pretty quick hit, right? You get to see what's happening and you can shift. And if it's really a difficult situation, we have practitioners here that can help you with that. There's a great quote from Richard Rohr that I wanted to share with you this morning, because this, I will call it the environment we are currently in. This environment that we are currently in can be a little bit challenging, and it's important for us as practitioners of this philosophy to remember that it's all God, no exceptions. And that's pretty hard when we get angry with somebody, or if somebody's doing something we don't want them to do, or if we don't feel like we have control over things. But Richard Rohr reminds us in the kind of the area of loving our neighbor, he says we cannot attain the presence of God because we are already in the presence of God. What is absent is awareness. What is absent is awareness. We are always in the presence of God. Sometimes it hides from our perspective. It's not hiding. Sometimes it hides from our perspective. Sometimes we can't see it until we pause and create that space of knowing the presence within ourselves. But it's important for us to recognize that that's our opportunity. When we don't think we see God around us, when we don't see the presence of God, this is the opportunity for us to lean in and find that presence. Now, you might not, there's lots of things that happen in the world that I'm not a fan of. But at the end of the day, at the root of who we are as human beings, there is God in that. There is something that has sparked in each individual as we move forward in the way that we show up in the world. We live in an abundant universe, and it's important for us to recognize that abundance is forever coming forward for us. There's this great line that Jim Lockard used to open up the daily guides. He simply put it this way: the creation of the universe contained within it everything necessary at the instant, the potential for everything that would be necessary for it, its continued existence and evolution. He has this beautiful way of saying that in the instant of creation, everything was created out of itself that we could possibly need. Everything. It's ours to reveal it. It's ours to raise our awareness to it. There is an abundance of potentiality and possibility that is available to us if we can make ourselves available to it. Like Richard Rohr said, there is no place where God is not. The presence is not missing. Our awareness of it is missing. And so it's up to us to begin to cultivate that awareness. And one of the ways that I have seen people cultivate awareness in the abundance of what it is that they have is by being in service. There's a great saying in the recovery circles, you have to give it away to keep it. And all that means is when you find that presence within yourself, it is the onus is on you to share that, to give it to someone else, to be available to someone else, to respond with love, to respond in principle, to be that place where you can see God no matter what. Now, I get it. There's a lot going on right now, and there's some fear, and there's some anxiety, and there's some stress, and, I definitely plugged into it yesterday. Sometimes I think some of the experiences I have that might be difficult is just Spirit's way of giving me greater empathy and compassion, right? So I can see you and I can see where you're at and I can understand better when you share something with me. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that ability to really be real with life and to recognize that I have agency because I'm a religious scientist and because I know how to work with my mind. I know how to cultivate my mind. I know how to use this philosophy to shift the way I am thinking or behaving or experiencing life. We've been studying Emma Curtis Hopkins as a practitioner core, and in the 10th lesson, Emma Curtis Hopkins was one of Ernest Holmes' teachers, and turn-of-the-century mystic and absolutist and brilliant. And so she reminds us of our perfect gift. She quotes Paul as saying, every person has their proper gift of God. And she goes on to say that each of us has a particular achievement to accomplish. And when I read that, each of us has our, we're all given this gift of God, and each of us has our own achievement to accomplish. At first, my mind went to, was it my being a mother and a parent? Maybe it was the gift I give as a spiritual leader. But suddenly, it was like I was just dropped into a greater reality that the gift that we have all been given is the acknowledgement of the presence within ourselves. The acknowledgement of the presence of Spirit in all of life. Do not discount that. Anything that comes from that is perfect. But when we drop into that deepest knowing that the presence of God lives within us, we can drop into that creative life force that created everything that could possibly be needed to express itself in however we choose to have it expressed. So in this day on November 3rd, when much of our country in the U.S. is a little concerned about voting, where there are people who are really passionate about what seem like very diverse ideas, one of the things I'm going to encourage us to do is our spiritual practice. And we do our spiritual practice, the things that we offer are affirmative prayer, affirmations. We have tools of meditation, taking classes, doing spiritual reading. But what I'm going to invite us to do is to give you the gift of prayer this morning. And so I'm going to invite our practitioners to come forward and to circle the stage so that we can do a prayer wall. And many of you who've been to our community in times before are familiar, let's move down a little bit, are familiar with this practice of a prayer wall. What this is we're going to give you the gift of a prayer. And so I encourage you to come forward to any one of our ministers and practitioners and receive a spiritual mind treatment. And so if you, John, if you would go ahead and play, come on forward and receive the gift of prayer. Perfect calm.
Because there's only God, and God is infinite, and God is all-knowing and all peace and all presence. I know that that is true of me and it's true of Alice. At the core of her being is that smooth, placid, perfect peace, that perfect tranquility, that perfect calm that no earthly storm can disturb. And in spite of all that may be swirling around her in this world of noise and confusion, there is the thing that is never confused, that is always whole, that is always complete, release these words into that self-same power that has forever said, yes, it is true. It is so. It is reality. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. I think you can go sit down. You can go sit down. And you can go sit down. And you can go sit down. You can go sit down. You can go. You go sit down. And so let's together end the way we end every spiritual mind treatment and affirmative prayer by saying, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. Wonderful. And now I'd like to invite back up our band and the wonderful Allendale. Woohoo!
We live in a field of infinite abundance. So, you know, if you want anxiety, there's an infinite amount of that you can have. Or if you want peace, there's an infinite amount of that too. So, here's a love song from God called "Everything I Have Is Yours." But to get there, you have to be here and now. You hold the key to everything. So what will you do when you hear the angels sing? Everything I have is yours, and everything you see is mine. All the treasures of the world, and all the beauty that you find. All you gotta do is choose. All you really gotta do is decide to accept it inside. You pick your life, it's up to you. I give you all. When you give to each other, thou art my child, I am in thee. So why are you empty when your life is full of me? 'Cause everything I have is yours, and everything you see is mine. All the treasures of the world, and all the beauty that you find. All you gotta do is choose. All you really gotta do is decide to accept it inside. You're in heaven, now you are here, but to stay here, you must be aware of who you really are. You are the key that opens the door, so open your mind and find out what life is for. 'Cause everything I have is yours, and everything you see is mine. All the treasures of the world, and all the beauty that you find. All you gotta do is choose. All you really gotta do is decide to accept it. Everything I have is yours, and everything you see is mine. The sun, the moon, and all the stars, and every single thing that shines. This universe belongs to you, and all you really have to do is decide to accept it. It's up to you, my beloved. All you gotta do is let it in, accept it. Inside.
Dell. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing our community. We'd like to just acknowledge all of our talented musicians. Aren't they wonderful? Blessings, blessings indeed. And to our songbirds that chirp so sweetly in the morning to us. Such a gift. Life is good. And it's now time for our conscious, committed giving. And I'd like to invite our ushers to come up front. And this is a time for us to give where we are fed. And I think every one of us here this morning would agree that this is the place that fills us up, that opens our hearts, that gets us thinking, doesn't it? So won't you please join me in our prosperity affirmation. My offering is my acceptance of God as the symbol of my supply, and it symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply. Please sing with us. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. And your peace will light the way. Na 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 namaste. Na 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 namaste. Nama 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 namaste. One more time together. Na 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 namaste. Na 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 namaste. We bless these gifts and tithes that have so generously been given by your hearts to support our center. Blessed be. We would just like to acknowledge if there are any guests that are here for the very first time. Anyone new for the first time? Wonderful. We have someone over here. We're so delighted that you're with us today. Someone will be bringing you a gift coupon. And it's a gift from us. We'd just like to acknowledge you and thank you for being here today. And if you take the coupon into our bookstore, we have a beautiful book for you waiting of your choice. So welcome. And we'd like to also just take a moment to acknowledge all of those who have been in service. Anyone that's been in service, well, we've been in service for 3 days this week, but I know it takes an army. Could you please just stand for us so we could just give you a little bit of love? Nope, lots of love. Thank you so much. And in this group of individuals are practitioners that have been trained in the art and science of prayer. And you got a little feel of that today. Didn't that feel good? It felt so wonderful, just the vibration that lifted us this morning. Our practitioners today are Rick Dell, Cheryl Lyman, and Jill Burnett. They'll be available today. If you want to get just over the tip-top filled up, go see one of our practitioners today in the 2 back tables or in our quiet room in the back. Thank you so much. And I think it's time for Dr. Alice.
Great. So we have some invitations for you. And before we get started with the slides, there was one thing that I didn't mention when I was up here earlier, and that is that the book of the month is Thank and Grow Rich. And it's a 30-day experiment in unabashed joy and looking at gratitude. We have one copy of the book left. Thanks, I feel like I'm a little loud. We have one copy of the book left in the bookstore. You can get it at a local bookstore, but we're also including it in our email that we send you. So there's a little, you can click through to a PDF. I'm giving you the short versions, and so this is an opportunity for us to really cultivate gratitude this month. And you can start where you are. It may be November 3rd. Don't worry about missing the first two. You can go back and pick them up when you're bored. Pick up those first 2 days. But it's really a wonderful way to create an abundance of joy and gratitude in your life. So, of course, the first day of first Sunday of the month is our potluck Sunday, and it's homecoming Sunday, so we got a real spread for you. So stick around and enjoy the food and the hospitality and the fellowship as we celebrate our homecoming Sunday. Conscious Connections will start at 12:15-ish today, because I think there'll be a lot of visiting. So that will meet in the multi-purpose room in the back. And if you have any trouble finding it, I'm sure someone can help lead the way for you. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yeah, we just celebrated Halloween and the Great Pumpkin, and we have things that are happening almost every day of the week. So I'm going to share some of these things with you. We're in week 4 of week 6 of this hybrid money mastery class that I am facilitating. It's 1 hour, one process, a little bit of sharing, and a great opportunity to drop down into consciousness and to really cultivate, again, some of this abundance of great ideas, great consciousness. Yoga is here every Monday evening and Tuesday morning. The cost is a love offering. It is a beautiful gift that Mike Ward gives us. We also have our book study this month with Mary at 9 a.m. on Wednesday mornings. That is remote on Zoom. On Wednesday evenings, you can meditate, and there's a little bit of lecture with Christian Steele as he talks about practical meditation for daily life. Shifting Sands is a wonderful opportunity to be in fellowship. If you don't know about Shifting Sands, if you've never been to one, it's open to everyone, and the people who participate in Shifting Sands take turns sharing wisdom. So it's really a wonderful collaborative place of wisdom generation and acknowledgement, and so I encourage you to check that out. That's 10:30 on Thursday morning, and it's hybrid, so you could either do it remotely or in person, and that also meets in the multi-purpose room. And then Friday mornings we have Joyce Fournier. Even though she left California, she's now living on the East Coast. She joins us at 8 a.m. on Zoom for Awakening to Spirit, which is a support group where you can just chime in, and that group has been meeting for a really long time. So as I said, there is, I think we left out Saturday. Okay, what are we going to do on Saturday? No. There's a lot happening here. We also have our Thanksgiving Eve Today service that will be November 27th. We do that every Thanksgiving Eve. It's a wonderful opportunity to be in ritual and spiritual practice and eat pie. And then on the first Sunday of the month, we have our annual holiday boutique and brunch. Crafters, sign up. This is an opportunity for you to put your talent before our community and share it with them. And then we'll also feed you, so it'll be a really wonderful morning. I think that's it for our announcements, except for one thing. It is the first Sunday of the month, and so I turn it over to Allendale for the birthday celebration.
November birthday, stand up. We want to sing to you. All right. Yay, yay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthday all. Now it's time for all of us to stand and sing our closing song. Right here, right now.
So what I want you to say is to repeat after me. Ta-da! Ta-da! I'm here. I'm here. God in form. God in form. Right here. Right now. And so it is.